Hello, friends.
Hola, amigos.
How are you?
¿Cómo están?
I'm so happy
Estoy feliz
to be with you.
a estar contigo.
Are you hungry
¿Tienen hambre?
to sing and play?
A cantar y jugar.
'Cause on our menu
Porque en el menú
is Spanish today. Everybody sing.
Eat your Spanish, eat your Spanish, eat your Spanish with us today.
Did you say spinach? No, I said Spanish. Okay.
Eat your Spanish with us today. Eat your Spanish!
With Evan.
And Vanessa.
Hola, amigos. Me llamo Evan.
Y me llamo Vanessa. Welcome to the review episode for Lesson 7 of Season 3, or Lesson 7 of Season 3, which was all about ropa, or clothing.
Today we're going to review all of the words we learned from last week, and then we're going to run outside and catch a chipmunk. And then we're going to bring the chipmunk inside and dress it in all sorts of ropa.
Evan, I don't know if that's such a good idea. I mean, I love chipmunks as much as you do, but chipmunks are wild animals. And also, I bet they're really hard to catch.
Yeah, that's a good point. Plus, I don't really want to scare them by chasing them.
Yeah, that's true. How about we play a fun game together? And we can ask Mrs. Elephant if she wants to be a part of our Spanish game.
That sounds like a great idea. Amigos, is it okay if we invite Mrs. Elephant to join us today for our Juego de Español?
Hooray! All right, we hope you're ready to have some fun.
Here we go.
Spanish review time!
All right, now it's time to take a look back at our lesson from last week. Evan, rewind the tape.
So, Vanessa, how do you say t-shirt, pants, jacket, and shoes all in Español?
That's a great question, Evan. To say t-shirt, we say camiseta. To say pants, we say pantalones. To say jacket, we say chaqueta. And to say shoes, we say zapatos. How about we start off with the word for t-shirt? To say t-shirt in Spanish, we say la camiseta. So repeat after me, amigos. La camiseta.
La camiseta.
La camiseta.
La camiseta.
Muy bien, amigos. And for those of you who want a little bonus Spanish, the word camisa means shirt. So if you want to talk about a nice shirt, you would say camisa. And then if you wanted to talk about a t-shirt, you would say camiseta. Okay, on to word numero dos, which is the word for pants. To say the pants in Spanish, we say los pantalones. So repeat after me. Los pantalones.
Los pantalones.
Los pantalones.
Los pantalones.
Excelente! And you know what? That word kind of sounded a bit like a cognate. Pantalones and pants. Pretty similar, huh? And guess what? The next word is a cognate too. To say the jacket, we say la chaqueta. So repeat after me, amigos. La chaqueta.
La chaqueta.
La chaqueta.
La chaqueta.
Eso, amigos! You're doing great. La chaqueta is the jacket. We've got one more word to go, the word for shoes. To say the shoes in Spanish, we say los zapatos. Ready to repeat after me one more time? Okay, here we go. Los zapatos.
Los zapatos.
Los zapatos.
Los zapatos.
Great review, amigos! Now it's time to play a fun Spanish game. Let me call up Mrs. Elephant and see if she wants to join us first.
Oh, Mr. Mouse, get your little paws out of that stick of butter. I need to save that to make us muffins for tonight. Oh, I'm sorry. Hello?
Hola, Mrs. Elephant.
Oh, why hello there, Vanessa. It is so wonderful to hear from you.
It's nice to talk to you too. Evan and I were wondering, would you like to come join us for a Spanish game? We're recording an episode of Eat Your Spanish, and we thought it might be fun if you could help us out.
Well, that all depends on one thing. Mr. Mouse, if I go over to Evan and Vanessa's Oh God, do you promise to leave that stick of butter alone?
My tummy hurts.
Oh my goodness, he's already ate the whole stick while I was on the phone with you.
Oh, it's okay, Mrs. Elephant. If you come to our house, we can give you a stick of butter to use for your recipe.
Oh, that's so wonderful of you, Vanessa. Muchas gracias.
De nada.
Okay, I'll be right over. Why don't you go ahead and play that Spanish game time transition, and I'll be over in a jiffy.
Sounds good. Hasta pronto. See you soon. Okay, Evan, she's on her way. Cue the transition theme.
Spanish game time.
Oh! Whoops! Oh my goodness! Lo siento, I'm so sorry. I've been slipping and sliding all the way here because as soon as I hung up the phone, Mr. Mouse got a little sick from eating that stick of butter and had to clean up his mess. Yuck. I think I may have gotten some butter on my feet.
It's okay, Mrs. E. I'm sorry to hear about the butter incident.
Whew. Yeah, I tell you what, you can't leave that mouse around any food whatsoever, or before you know it, it's disappeared into his belly. But I just love that little guy. I can't imagine myself being with any other creature than him. He just makes my heart so full. And he's so funny and cute. And when I look at his sweet little face, covered in butter and whiskers, it just makes me want to cry because I just love him so much.
Wow, Mrs. Elephant, I had no idea you loved him so much. That's really special to find someone like that. I feel that way about Vanessa too. Well, except for the butter and the whiskers part.
Aw, that's so sweet, Evan. I feel that way about you too.
Aw, y'all, there's so much love in here right now. Feels good. Well, I guess I'll see y'all later.
Wait a second, I thought we were supposed to play a Spanish game.
Oh, my heavenly days, of course. I almost forgot. You know, on the way over, I actually thought of a fun game we could play. I grabbed a bunch of mi ropa, or my clothes, from the house before I left, and I thought maybe I could go into another room and give you hints as to what piece of clothing I just put on. And then, if you guess it right, I can jump out and show you.
That sounds like a great game. But are you sure you want to jump out? You could just, walk out if you want to.
No, jumping is part of the game. That's basically 50% of the game is jumping.
Wow, Mrs. E, you're in a real special mood today. All right, so why don't we get started? You can go into mi cuarto, or my bedroom, and give us hints from in there.
Sounds good to me. Okay, so for this first piece of clothing I'm putting on, these ones are going to cover mis pies, or my feet. I'm going to put on 4 of these, one on each pie. Okay, all done. Do y'all think I put on una camiseta, los pantalones, una chaqueta, or zapatos?
That's a tricky one. What do you think she's wearing, amigos? Go ahead and think of your guess. Time's up, amigos. What's your guess? And Vanessa, do you have a guess too?
I'm guessing that she's wearing zapatos, or shoes. Am I right, Mrs. E?
You got it! Great job, amigos! And now, because you got it right, it's time to jump! Look out below! Ta-da!
Wow, Mrs. Elephant, nice jump.
Okay, it's time for round numero dos. Hasta pronto! Okay, first I've got to slide mi cabeza through one hole at the top. Okay, that's in. Now I've got to slide my first brazo or arm through the first hole on the side. Okay, now mi otro brazo or my other arm into the hole on the other side. And then I'll pull it down over my tummy. This piece of clothing feels nice and light, like I would wear it on a sunny day. Do y'all think I put on una camiseta, los pantalones, una chaqueta, or zapatos?
Time's up, amigos. What's your guess? And Evan, do you have a guess too?
I'm guessing that she put on una camiseta.
You are absolutely correct. Muy bien, amigos. It's jumping time. Oh boy, this is so much fun. So we've done dos rounds, which means we've only got dos more to go. Hasta pronto. I'm going back into el cuarto for round tres. Okay, another tricky one because I gotta put in one pierna or one leg at a time. So here I go with my first pierna. Okay, got that one in. And now here goes my second pierna. Gotta tip the other way, lift up my leg, and there it goes. Whew. Now I'll zipper up the tiny zipper in the front and button it up, and all done. This piece of clothing covers both my legs or piernas down to my ankles. Do you think I'm wearing una camiseta, los pantalones, or una chaqueta?
Time's up, amigos. What's your guess? And Evan, do you have a guess too?
I'm guessing that she put on los pantalones.
Ding, ding, ding! You got it! Way to go, amigos! Now I'm just going to do a tiny jump this time so I can save up for my last jump. Tiny jump away! Okay, amigos, it's time for the last round. Round numero cuatro. Hasta pronto! So for this last round, I'm going to put on one piece of clothing that is going to go over top of my camiseta. So first, I have to put my right brazo through. Okay, and now my left brazo. And now I'm going to zip it all the way up in the front. Ooh, this one is nice and warm. I usually like to wear it when it's a little chilly outside. Do y'all think I put on una camiseta, los pantalones, or una chaqueta?
Time's up, amigos. What's your guess? And Vanessa, do you have a guess too?
I do, and I have a feeling it's a good one. Mrs. Elephant, are you wearing una chaqueta?
Sí, muy bien, amigos. And muy buen trabajo, Evan and Vanessa. You just won the game, which means it's time for the biggest jump of all. Everybody count to tres with me.
Uno, dos, tres. Wow, she's doing flips in the air.
I've never seen anything like it before. It's like she's defying gravity.
Uh-oh, it looks like she's coming back down now. Brace yourselves.
Ta-da!
Whoa, I think the whole house moved with that jump.
Way to go, everyone! Y'all did such a good job today.
Yeah, you sure did, amigos.
Yeah, muy bien, amigos. Muchas gracias, Mrs. E, for coming up with such a fun game to play. Oh, and here's a stick of butter for you so you can make those yummy muffins later tonight.
Why, muchas gracias, Vanessa. That's so kind of you. Thanks for inviting me over. I had so much fun with you and with all of y'all amigos out there. I'll see you later. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego, Mrs. E. Wow, that was so much fun.
Yeah, it was. She's so much fun to be around. Well, now that we've played our fun Spanish game for today, it's time to answer a question from one of our Patreon amigos. Drum roll, please.
Today's special listener is Luca. Luca, ¿cuál es tu pregunta?
Hi, Evan and Vanessa, and Mrs. Nova and Mr. Mouse. My name is Luca, and I live in Florida. I would like to know how to say bunny and hedgehog in Spanish. Gracias.
Ah, qué buena pregunta, Luca. Great question, Luca. I wonder if any of our listeners know how to say bunny in Spanish, because we featured that word on an earlier episode. But if not, don't worry, because today we get to refresh our memory. And then hedgehog is a brand new word that we'll all be learning for the first time. How exciting!
Hey Ness, can I actually teach the word for a bunny? I remember it from our earlier episode.
Of course you can.
Okay, amigos. To say the bunny in Spanish, we say el conejito. So repeat after me. El conejito.
El conejito.
El conejito.
El conejito. Great work, amigos, and great job to you too, Evan.
Gracias. Do you think you can teach us how to say hedgehog now?
Of course I can. To say the hedgehog in Espanol, we would say el erizo. Let's repeat it all together. El erizo.
El erizo.
El erizo.
El erizo. Great work, friends.
Sí, bien hecho, amigos. Y muchas gracias por las buenas preguntas, Luca. I have a feeling that you asked for these particular animales because you have them as mascotas. Well, if that's true, then please make sure to give un abrazo fuerte or a big hug to your conejito and your erizo.
And if neither of them bite, then maybe you could even give them un beso.
Gracias por sus preguntas.
If any of you listeners out there ever want us to answer one of your questions, just visit us on eatyourspanishpodcast.com and you can send us in your question. And if you record your question on one of your parents' phones and send it to us, then you can have the chance of hearing your own voice on one of our podcasts. Well, amigos, that sound means it's almost time to say goodbye.
We had so much fun with you all today.
We really did. And I know Mrs. Elephant did too.
Yeah, that was so much fun to go spend time with her today.
I think all that's left now is to sing the goodbye song.
We hope you'll sing along with us. Adiós, mi buen amigo.
Goodbye, my good friend.
Hasta luego.
See you later. See you later, my good friend. Adios, amigos. Goodbye, friends.
Hasta luego. See you later. Thanks for listening to the Eat Your Spanish podcast. You can support our podcast by visiting patreon.com/eatyourspanish or by subscribing to it and leaving a review on iTunes. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at eatyourspanishpodcast.com. Thanks for listening. Adios!